For years, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's relationship has been one of the most talked about stories in the world. From their fairy tale wedding to their dramatic exit from royal life, every step has been under a microscope. But there was one moment, a single event that left the entire world stunned, a moment that pulled back the curtain and exposed the truth about their relationship forever. Today, we're breaking down that moment, the reactions it sparked, and what it revealed about Meghan and Harry in ways no one could ignore. To understand the impact of this moment, we first have to rewind. Meghan and Harry's relationship was already unusual by royal standards. Meghan, a successful American actress, divorced, biracial, and outspoken, was unlike any partner the royal family had embraced before. Harry, meanwhile, was the so-called spare, a prince who had spent years in the shadow of his brother William, struggling with the pressure of royal life and the loss of his mother, Princess Diana. When the two met, it was electric. Their romance was fast, their wedding spectacular, and for a while it seemed like a modern love story the monarchy desperately needed. But beneath the surface, the cracks were already forming. From the moment Meghan entered the royal spotlight, the media was relentless. Tabloids picked apart her past, her family drama, even her fashion choices. The royal family, known for its stiff upper lip, offered little public defense. Harry, protective and still haunted by his mother's tragic fate, felt history repeating itself. He wasn't going to stand by and let the same machine destroy the woman he loved. This tension between the couple's desire for independence and the monarchy's demand for conformity was growing by the day. And then it happened. The moment that made headlines around the globe. It all came crashing down during the now infamous Oprah Winfrey interview in March 2021. For the first time, Meghan and Harry sat down together and laid bare their struggles in front of the world. Meghan revealed she had felt isolated and unsupported, to the point of experiencing suicidal thoughts. She described how conversations within the palace questioned how dark their son Archie's skin might be. Harry admitted he felt trapped in the royal system and that his family had cut him off financially after they stepped back. The revelations were explosive. Overnight, this wasn't just a royal love story, it was a cultural flashpoint. The Oprah interview wasn't just another celebrity sit-down. It was the moment Meghan and Harry shattered the carefully polished image of the monarchy. For centuries, the royal family thrived on secrecy, on presenting a united front no matter what storms brewed behind closed doors. And here were Meghan and Harry, unapologetically pulling back the curtain for millions to see. It shocked royalists, it shocked critics, and it shocked even those who had only casually followed their story. Suddenly, the fairy tale had been rewritten into something raw, real, and divisive. The reaction was immediate. Supporters praised Meghan for her courage in speaking about mental health and race. Many applauded Harry for standing by his wife and choosing her over the monarchy. But critics were equally loud, accusing the couple of betrayal, of exaggeration, even of manipulating public opinion for sympathy and profit. Across the UK and beyond, the debate raged. Were Meghan and Harry victims of an outdated institution or rebels who couldn't handle the duty that came with their titles? Beyond the headlines, the interview revealed something powerful about Harry and Meghan's bond. In that moment, sitting side by side, it was clear their loyalty to each other outweighed everything else. Harry openly admitted he had to choose between Meghan and the royal family, and he chose Meghan. For Meghan, who admitted she just wanted to be heard, Harry's support was proof that she wasn't fighting this battle alone. That unity, that willingness to face global backlash together, exposed the true nature of their relationship. It wasn't about royal glamour or titles. It was about survival, about love, about defiance against forces much bigger than themselves. The reason this moment continues to dominate conversation is because it hit at so many fault lines in society: race, class, tradition, mental health, and power. It wasn't just Meghan and Harry airing their grievances. It was a mirror held up to the monarchy and, in many ways, to us all. Some saw the couple as heroes breaking free from a toxic system. Others saw them as ingrates turning their back on a country and family that had given them everything. Either way, no one could look away. But here's the thing, the Oprah interview wasn't the end of the story. It was just the beginning of a deeper unraveling that would continue to expose secrets, spark feuds, and redefine Meghan and Harry's place in the world. Next, we're diving into what happened after the shockwaves, how their relationship has held up under the pressure, and whether the truth revealed that night changed the royal family forever. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. In the days after the Oprah interview, the royal family was thrown into crisis mode. Buckingham Palace released a short but carefully worded statement saying, "Some recollections may vary." It was a subtle but clear denial of some of Meghan and Harry's claims, while also insisting the issues would be handled privately. To the public, it read as cold. To Meghan and Harry's supporters, it confirmed what they had said all along, that the institution was more concerned with its image than with their well-being. Meanwhile, public opinion split sharply. In the US, support for Meghan and Harry soared, with many praising them for breaking the silence around mental health and racial discrimination. In the UK, however, polls showed a dramatic drop in their popularity, with many seeing the interview as a betrayal of the monarchy and the country itself. This divide cemented Meghan and Harry's role as controversial figures, celebrated by some, condemned by others. The biggest fallout, though, was within the family. Harry admitted during the interview that his relationship with his father, Prince Charles, had become so strained that Charles had stopped taking his calls. His bond with Prince William, once the closest of brothers, was fractured beyond recognition. Reports of tension between Meghan and Kate Middleton only added fuel to the fire. What was once pitched as the Fab Four, William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan, was now a symbol of division within the House of Windsor. For Harry, the rift was heartbreaking. He loved his family, but his loyalty was now firmly with Meghan. For Meghan, the lack of protection and support she had described meant there was no going back. That interview drew a line in the sand, and crossing back over it would be nearly impossible. After leaving the UK, Meghan and Harry settled in Montecito, California, a world away from the palace walls. They signed major deals with Netflix and Spotify, signaling their intent to carve out a new kind of royal career, one based on media, storytelling, and advocacy. Critics claimed they were cashing in on their royal titles, while supporters saw it as a smart and necessary step toward financial independence. But what stood out was how united they seemed in their vision. Whether launching their foundation Archewell, producing documentaries, or speaking out about issues like climate change and social justice, Meghan and Harry presented a front of solidarity. They weren't just a married couple, they were business partners, parents, and advocates, all rolled into one. Fast forward to December 2022, and Meghan and Harry once again shocked the world, this time with their 6-part Netflix documentary. The series gave an even deeper look into their relationship, showing private footage from their dating days, their wedding preparations, and the painful decision to leave royal life. It also went further than the Oprah interview, openly criticizing the institution, the media, and even specific members of the royal family. For some, the documentary confirmed everything Meghan and Harry had been saying, that they were unfairly targeted, misrepresented, and pushed out. For others, it was overexposure, another attempt to control the narrative. But regardless of opinion, one thing was clear: Meghan and Harry weren't hiding anymore. They were telling their story on their terms together. If the Oprah interview was the spark and the Netflix documentary was the fuel, then Harry's memoir Spare, released in 2023, was the explosion. In it, Harry laid bare his personal struggles, his grief over Diana, his years of anger, his strained relationships with his father and brother, and his relentless battles with the press. But he also revealed intimate details of his life with Meghan. From their first date to their struggles within the palace, the book made it clear. Harry felt Meghan had saved him. In his words, she gave him the love, the freedom, and the stability he'd been searching for his whole life. This was perhaps the most revealing moment about their relationship yet. Meghan wasn't just his wife, she was his anchor, his partner in rebellion, and the reason he had the courage to finally step away from the life he once thought he had no choice but to live. So what truth was ultimately exposed through all of this? It's simple but powerful. Meghan and Harry's relationship is defined not by royalty, but by resistance. They aren't the fairy tale couple that the monarchy tried to present to the world. They're two people who faced enormous pressure, criticism, and even danger, and chose each other above all else. Harry walked away from the crown, the money, and the centuries of tradition for Meghan. Meghan risked everything: her career, her public reputation, her safety for Harry. That kind of loyalty doesn't come without sacrifice. And it's why this moment, the Oprah interview, and everything that followed will always be remembered as the turning point in their story. Years from now, historians will look back on Meghan and Harry's decision to go public as one of the most disruptive moments in modern royal history. It changed how people see the monarchy, it forced conversations about race, mental health, and the media, and it showed that even in the most powerful and rigid of institutions, love can push people to defy the odds. The moment that shocked everyone wasn't just about scandal, it was about truth. It stripped away the fairy tale and showed us the reality: two people against the world, choosing each other no matter what. And whether you loved them or criticized them, you can't deny this. Meghan and Harry's relationship, with all its controversy and courage, has changed history forever.